I discovered something fun I want to share to be a resource for other RVers and touring bikers. Howdy folks, Rick from the Boondocking Bears, and while working on planning my Backroads America RV tour, I did a ton of research, plotting, and planning the actual route. And one of the goals is to ride as many interesting and iconic bike roads as possible. And in doing the research, I discovered something I hadn't realized. I found a lot more of them on my proposed route than I realized. Now in biker language, those interesting roads are called twisties, and generally feature lots of curves, twists and turns, ups and downs, crazy hairpins, often with a bit of danger, and generally beautiful and often spectacular scenery. So while dividing the tour into stages to present here on YouTube, I discovered just how many twisties I had unearthed and will ride. And I want to share those now in the event you folks want to do a similar tour at some point. And these are just fun, scenic roads everyone should drive at some point, whether on a bike, in a car, or driving some sort of RV rig. Now, twisties are ideal for my Can-Am Spyder, but for the most part, work for traditional RV rigs too. As long as you aren't in some monster-sized rig, for the most part, you should be okay. There are a few exceptions where big rigs just wouldn't work or would be wildly unsafe. But for those, heck, just park, rent a bike, and drive them anyway. These are amazing roads. So without further ado, here they are. There are 28 different rides that I found, so I divided them continentally into two videos, west and east, just to make it easier for you guys to find them. And here are the Western twisties. Enjoy. Okay, first one is from Mount Rushmore to Crazy Horse in the Black Hills of South Dakota. This is going to be a fantastic ride I'm looking forward to. It's on the Needles Highway and we're going to go through the Needles Tunnel. Should be awesome. Next up is what a lot of people consider the best twisty ride in America. I don't know if that's true considering what's coming up, but it's called the Beartooth Pass, and it goes from Red Lodge, Montana for 120 miles to the Roosevelt Arch, also in Montana, but dips down into Yellowstone National Park. It's supposed to be spectacular. The next one up is Yellowstone National Park, and you can go a million different ways through this park, but I'm going to stick to the northern end, and I'm going to really feature waterfalls because I love them. And I'm going to start at the Roosevelt Arch and go for 87 miles down to Old Faithful. It should be fun. Number 4 is maybe the best of the whole tour. It's up in Glacier National Park, and it's the Going to the Sun Road. It's 50 odd miles from West Glacier, Montana to St. Mary, Montana, through the Logan Pass, and it is going to be a little scary, but a lot of fun. The next one's actually up in Canada, and I've done this one before, and it's from Banff to Lake Louise, Alberta, and it's about 60 miles of pure bliss. You got to do this one if you get a chance. Beautiful. Number 6 is a leisurely 170 odd mile drive through the Kootenay Valley from Lake Louise, Alberta to Cranbrook, British Columbia. But basically anywhere in British Columbia is phenomenal bike riding. This is the trip that I've chosen to get back towards the States. The next one is from Mount Rainier National Park to Mount St. Helens, and it's 107 miles of Sasquatch country. I'm going to do the back roads. I'm going to go through the national forests of Mount Rainier and Gifford Pinchon, through Randall and Northwoods, Washington, and it will be wilderness and it will be fun. And then from Mount St. Helens, I'm going to go back into the Gifford Pinchon National Forest to the Columbia River Gorge. I'm going to go through wilderness until I get there, and then I'm going to hit Highway 30 and go west, stopping at a whole bunch of waterfalls along the way and just enjoying the Columbia River Gorge. 85 miles of pure beauty. The next one is about 140 miles from roughly Eugene, Oregon, down to Crater Lake, Oregon, and it's through the Umpqua National Forest. Should be spectacular. The next is the first in California, and it's a staple for everybody, car, RV, or biker. It's the Avenue of the Giants through the Redwoods. Should be spectacular. It's about 58 miles down to Drive-Through Tree Park, and I'm really looking forward to that one. The next is another must for everybody, and that's a drive through Yosemite National Park. And I'm going to just hit from roughly Groveland, California, and drive through to Yosemite Village. It's about 47 miles. I've seen so many pictures of it, I can't wait to get there. And then the one everybody talks about, the famous Big Sur or Highway 1 from Monterey, California down to Morro Bay, California. It's about 125 miles, stops at Big Sur, San Simeon, Pfeiffer Beach. It should be amazing. I can't wait. The next one should be absolutely spectacular, if not a little bit horrifying. It's outside Los Angeles. It's called the Glendora Ridge Road. It goes from Glendora for 21 miles each way up to Mount Baldy, and it actually looks a little scary, but I'm going to do it. And now we're into Arizona, number 14. And this one's kind of cool. A lot of people don't know of this one, but it's from Prescott Valley to Jerome, Arizona. It's only about 23 miles. It's Highway 89A. Wow, it is spectacular. A friend of mine told me about it who's driven it many times. Going to look forward to that one. Now, there are a lot of other great drives in Arizona, but I'm going to skip right through to Highway number 9 in Zion National Park. 13 miles of pure bliss, starting in Springdale, Utah, and heading northeast. It'll be slow because there's a lot of traffic, but it should be fun. And from Zion National Park, I'm going to head not too far to Bryce Canyon Park, and then I'm going to head south on Highway 63, or actually it's Road 63 because it's pretty small, up to Rainbow Point. And again, the vistas are going to be amazing. And then from there, there's Arches National Park, and I'll stop there. But the next big ride is Mesa Verde National Park, 22 miles up to the Sun Temple, and I know I'll spend some time up there because it looks really interesting. At number 18 on our western swing of Twisties is the $1 Million Highway, 25 miles. It's famous from Silverton, Colorado to Ouray, Colorado, and everybody talks about it. For a bike, it is a bit scary, but it should be fun. And then last but not least, the one I'm actually a little bit terrified of, riding a bike, because I do have a bit of vertigo, Pikes Peak in Colorado, 19 miles straight to the top, then back. I'll make it. It could be some sweaty palms, but I'll make it. So those are the Western Twisties, folks. I hope you enjoyed that. Up next, the Eastern Twisties, and of course that's highlighted by Tail of the Dragon. But we got some riding to go before then. So I hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe if you did. Be charitable, have fun, and enjoy the day.